Hey everybody! Today we are going to read The Red Carpet, Stories and Pictures by Rex Parkin. The Red Carpet. At the top of a hill on LaSalle Avenue stood a little hotel. It was called Bellevue. It had green window boxes full of bright flowers, a gaily striped awning to keep off the showers. On special occasions, the doorman in blue rolled out a lovely red carpet, too. One day, the head clerk told the doorman, Jim West, "I want the hotel to look at its best. The Duke of Sultana is coming to stay. Get busy and clean up the front right away. Shine up the doorknobs, sweep up the floor, then roll out the carpet right through the front door." So the doorman cleaned up with a mop and a broom. Then he put them away in the little back room. He took out the carpet they kept in the store and laid it out gently upon the smooth floor. He took off the string and the covering too. Then he gave it a push with the toe of his shoe. Swiftly it rolled down the corridor floor, right through the lobby and out through the door, over the sidewalk where the people were strolling, out to the curb, then it kept right on rolling into the street, dodging buses and hacks, way out over the tall trolley car tracks. Uh-oh, it's rolling away. The doorman and clerk ran outside in surprise. The doorman just couldn't believe his own eyes. "I've rolled that red carpet out times by the score, but nothing like that has happened before." The chief clerk looked puzzled and he scratched his head. "You must have pushed way too hard," he said. In the meantime, the carpet rolled down the hill. Second by second, it rolled faster still. Cars slammed on their brakes with loud grunts and squeals. Dogs left their masters and barked at its heels. The doorman ran after it, shouting, "Hey!" Everyone rushed to get out of the way. Right by the traffic policeman it sped, just as the light was turning to red. The cop blew his whistle and took no heed. It was going fast now and gathering speed. "Bless me," cried Officer Mike O'Shea. "The hotel's red carpet has run away." Then zip, it dashed through the public square, and folks on the benches jumped up in the air. To Tony Tortini it gave such a start, he upset every pretzel he had on his cart. It was speeding so fast that the wind whistled whee as it whizzed past the statue of General Lee. When it came to the park gates, the carpet swerved right through the center of town. It continued its flight. It turned left at Pearl Street and traveled down Main. At the corner of Plum Street, it turned left again to weave to and fro, in and out like a thread. And soon the whole city was colored bright red. As it flashed by his office, the mayor, Mr. Potts, cried, "That carpet is tying this town into knots. Arrest it at once and restore peace and calm." He pressed on the buzzer and gave out the alarm. And from station houses all over the place, policemen poured out to take up the chase. Oh man, the policemen are going after it. The carpet sped south down DeWitt Avenue, and it headed out east along Route 22. It was bowling along like a hat in a gale, with a squad of policemen hot on its trail. They crouched on their cycles, their faces were scowling. The motors were roaring and their sirens were howling. Uphill and down dale in great leaps and bounds, the carpet raced on like a hare chased by hounds, past orchards and meadows where cattle were gazing, past silos and barns. Its speed was amazing. Across level crossings and bridges it sped, leaving behind a trail of bright red. "That's going to stop it," the leading cop said. When he saw him repairing the road up ahead, the carpet went whoosh past the road-mending crew. It didn't slow down, but it swept right on through. It knocked the sign flat and it sent the lamp spinning just when it seemed the policemen were winning. Cruising along in their cars near St. Clair, two cops heard a warning come over the air. "Attention, car 4. They heard the voice say. "Arrest the red carpet. It's coming your way." They dived for the ditch not a moment too soon as the carpet shot over their heads with a zoom. And then at a place about 2 miles from Bode, the red carpet came to a sign in the road. The left arm said Ferry, the right read New York. The carpet dashed as it took the left fork. "Boys," yelled the police chief, "we sure better hurry." The red carpet had taken the road to the ferry. Lower they crouched and they rode faster still, but the carpet sped on over the brow of the hill. It covered the yards to the dock in a flash, and it flew off the end and slipped with a splash. The policemen behind all pulled up in a flock, just as the ferry came up to the dock. Who's gonna get on the boat? And there on the ferry, Annabelle Lou, was the Duke of Sultana and his retinue. My goodness, he beamed when he saw the display. "This is a tremendous surprise, I must say. The whole squad of police and a red carpet too, to welcome me here from the Hotel Bellevue." He shook hands with the captain again and again, and the captain was just too polite to explain. So he smiled at the Duke, and he called to his force. "Now we're here, we must drive you back, of course. We finished our job, so we might just as well escort the Duke back to Bellevue Hotel." So they formed a line, two abreast in a file, then stretched down the road for almost a mile. At the head rode police, their sirens were screaming. At the rear rode the Duke, his motor car beaming. Back they all rode as folks cheered and waved on the bright scarlet path that the carpet had paved. In village and city, the townfolk turned out to welcome the Duke and his men with a shout. Newsmen took pictures, reporters took notes, broadcasting people got hoarse in their throats. It was no time at all before everyone knew of the carpet, the Duke, and the Hotel Bellevue. And the Duke himself said as his car came to rest, "I've had many welcomes, but this one is the best. The warmth of your greeting fills me with much cheer. When I come to a town, I shall always stay here. And you can be sure I shall well recommend the Bellevue Hotel to all of my friends." He certainly told every friend that he got, and he had many friends who traveled a lot. For guests came from London and Paris and Kobe and big towns and cities all over the globe. The fame in the inn spread so far, so wide, that they soon had to add a new wing on each side. When you go to town, be sure and stay too at the home of the carpet, the Hotel Bellevue. And you'll see the carpet that served them so well. It's the pride and the joy of the Bellevue Hotel. And that is the story of the red carpet. I'll see you next time.